Huh? No data. But I have like 11.
Actually, let's give it about another 5-10 minutes. If not much something to show off, then what we'll do is we'll just cancel it now and do this class for next week. Yeah. I don't want to waste this the message in this class for next so yeah.
Now of this the consciousness.
Sorry?
Universal consciousness.
That's Sandeep in town. What do you got on the back of it? That's Sandeep?
No, it's enough.
Oh, for now?
Yeah.
Oh, that's all. Yeah, the chill one. And once again today?
I can always come here.
I recorded it. But no, I did that too. I'm glad you did. Thank you. We'll get started anyway. It's already time. So, I can know. What subjects was in the last one?
What type of topics?
Yeah.
You do a bunch of topics. Yeah.
You
So,
showed videos then?
no, you didn't get a chance to show some videos. No. You just did mostly like just like stuff around the world happening in space.
Was the Sangat fine?
Yeah, some was okay. Yeah.
Okay, let's start with this. Pyari Guru Satsang Ji Gurdwara Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Thanks for coming on this really bad rainy day. It's like pretty stay out there actually. Okay, let's start off with this slide. So actually, the theme here, it's based on Guru the Khalsa ki hota. And even the slokas inside it from there, or Sikh the definition does there. Sikh ki hai that Guru Sahib hum smalta hai, and how we want to get to that level. Because I just came back from India, I was supposed to only go for 2 weeks on a business trip. I ended up being a month. And my flight, I went on Jet Airways, and Jet Airways ceased flying. So I had to change a flight, and then I ended up booking on United Airlines, and then United Airlines stopped flying for 2 weeks because of India-Pakistan conflict. So I had to book another flight, so I ended up booking 3 flights, and they still managed to lose my bags. So I got them 2 days later. But anyways, it's the experience everywhere I go. I do travel a lot because I work in aviation. But everywhere I go, I always try to experience what Guru Sahib is trying to teach me. And I had this really family right near my hotel. They're a really, really poor family. The lady had like 4 boys that she's looking after. One of the boys was about 1.5 years old. He was half not dressed, a little boy. And when we see what we've got here in Canada, it's like wearing brown, someone's wearing black, someone's wearing blue. And ਸਾਡੇ ਘਰ ਵੀ ਇੱਥੇ ਸੋਹਣੇ ਆ, ਸਾਡੀ ਗੱਡੀਆਂ ਵੀ ਇੱਥੇ ਸੋਹਣੀਆਂ, ਸਾਡੀ ਰਹਿਣੀ ਪਹਿਣੀ ਵੀ ਸੋਹਣੀ, ਸਾਨੂੰ ਖਾਣਾ ਵੀ ਸੋਹਣਾ ਮਿਲਦਾ, ਉਹ ਵਿਚਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਖਾਣਾ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਮਿਲ ਰਿਹਾ ਸੀਗਾ. Right? And we don't realize the ਸਾਨੂੰ ਰੱਬ ਨੇ ਕਿੰਨਾ ਕੁਝ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਹੈਗਾ until he takes it away. ਉਦੋਂ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਇਹ ਵੀ how come we don't have this now we're suffering. Right? ਸਾਨੂੰ ਦੁੱਖ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਰੱਬ ਚੇਤੇ ਆਉਂਦਾ ਤੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਸੁੱਖ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਰੱਬ ਨਹੀਂ ਚੇਤੇ ਆਉਂਦਾ when we got everything so, right? So let's start off on this. Because it's Khalsa celebration last week, the theme is Khalsa, the theme is what a good Sikh is. But let's lead up to it, right? So the one who knows the true Lord, God, Waheguru, is called the true Guru. So we cannot find God directly ourselves. We need a guidance. So our guidance is Guru Granth Sahib. Right? So Guru and teaching, teaching, that's a guidance to find directly we need guidance. We all need guidance. Just like when we're kids, we need guidance from our mom and dad to put us on the right track. Mom and dad need guidance at Dada so they can learn from their experience. Sometimes we need friends' help. Sometimes we need Ristadara help. So we always need guidance. It is a Guru needs guidance in India. So that's very important. In the company, in his company, the Sikh is saved. O Nanak, singing the glorious praises of the Lord. So in his company, Sat Sangat, Guru ka aayne aaj se Sat Sangat aayne. Sat Sangat which the Sikh is saved. O Nanak, singing the glorious praises of the Lord. On thale Kirtan ja raha hai, chal raha hai. Yuri Ragi aaye hoye on India to. So there's Kirtan going on. So that's why you see a lot of cars out there and a lot of Sangat today, right? So So ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸੰਗਤ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ ਉਦੋਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਮੈਲੋ ਪੈਂਦੇ ਆ, you know, you feel really good, you're part of the Gurdwara. And it's like that. I remember when I started the Gurdwara, even whenever I do, I feel really good doing seva at the Gurdwara. Like today I was at the Smash Gurdwara this morning. I had to pick up somebody from the airport, so I thought, I'll go to Gurdwara and do some seva before my time goes to come out. And then you just feel really good. Then you come back home, you're back into your routine work again, normal stuff that you're doing, right? I swear, when I was in India, I didn't even feel like going to watch TV. I hardly watched even television over there. Even the news, CNN, nothing. Because I just kept thinking of that Garibani family that's sitting outside the hell, right? Right? So it's these things that actually are life changes for anybody. It is life changing for me, right? When I see this, that's Fateh. So we're talking about a Sikh here. The true Guru cherishes his Sikh. Right? ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਵੱਲ ਲੱਗਾਂਗੇ ਉਹ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਚੈਰਿਸ਼ ਕਰੂਗਾ, ਉਹ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਪੁੱਤ ਕੇ ਪਿਆਰ ਕਰੂਗਾ, right? Guru Gobind Singh Pitta is our father, Mata ji is our mother, right? ਮਾਂ ਪਿਓ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਆਪਦੇ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਬਹੁਤ ਕੇਅਰਫੁਲੀ ਰੱਖਦੇ ਆ, ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਬੜੀ ਕੇਅਰਫੁਲੀ ਰੱਖਦੇ ਆ. So he cherishes his Sikh. The Guru is always merciful to his servant. He's always merciful. ਉਹ ਬੜਾ ਦਿਆਲੂ ਹੈਗਾ ਆਪਦੇ ਪਿਆਰੇ ਗੁਰਸਿੱਖ ਨੂੰ, right? But Galla, there's a definition between a good Sikh and a normal Sikh and a manmukh. You got a Gurmukh and you got a manmukh. It is definition here, right? Apa sare pure fadde dunya de vich koi push kariye ne koi drugs se piya, koi sharab se piya, koi gadar piya. On aaj Friday hai, a lot of people come to Gurdwara, like all these guys. Thodi bhag change sige, to sache paatshah ne man se baata ya to guru ka jana. So kei parties ho rahe. Even on my way here, I saw people going into the banquet hall. And what do you think they're going to do in the banquet hall? Finally going to a wedding, finally going to, eventually they're going to drink. You always have the uncle section, you have the drinker section, and then you have the people section sitting there eating roti, right? We all know that. So which section are you going to be part of, right? We're here to learn, and I'm learning too. I'm not a teacher. I'm just a regular person like you guys. It's just that I'm learning what Guru Sahib's ways are, so we can, you know, naam japana, abra naam japana. Born in England, I wasn't born in India, so I know that this works because it worked for me and it worked for my family. It'll work on everybody else's family because Guru Sahib ne aap kya hai, okay? So Sachi Pasha Khan Tandiya, the Guru washes away the filth of the Sikh, the Guru washes away the filth of the evil intellect of the Sikh. So Sajavich Kam, Krod, Lomon, Kar area, right? So we've got lust, we've got greed, we've got home, right? So, you know, Jinya, evil things are in us, he washes it away. And how does he wash away? He doesn't take a soap bar and wash you. You don't see naam jap there, why? You're getting cleaner and cleaner. You don't do Gurbani Sunne, Ikumkar, Satnam, Katapat, Rara Sahib, Kita Sveda, Sukhi Sahib. Jinnah tusi kari ja rahe ne, onna thoda gand utri ja raha. I swear, when I came from England, I was from a very, very bad neighborhood, really bad neighborhood. People over there were horrible, especially to Indian people. I literally was having 5-6 fights a week. And I'm not joking at all. Because they used to pick on me, made public Italy, kuch kar liya, this and that. So I was always up against racism. Always. Especially in England, especially in my neighborhood, it's just a bad one. So you had skinheads, you had punk, you had rob, you used to get called names, all that kind of stuff. You guys are so lucky here. You got Singh, you got Khalsa over here, right? All your schools, 50% plus is Indian at least, if not more. But I was one Indian in my whole school, especially Pakawala. And some of the Indians who were actually born in England, they were even more horrible to me than even the Gore were. You can imagine. I had to learn martial arts at a young age just to protect myself. Right? So then more Indian came, then obviously the Sikhs from Kenya came, we had hockey stick on out to fight and that, and then eventually more Indians got together. Then Indians started fighting Indians. Right? It's all that, I don't know, madwood thing or whatever it was. But it was a brutal life to live. It was not easy. My childhood was really difficult. So when I came to Canada and I took Amrit at the age of 19, I had a lot of good time. If somebody kicked me in the soccer game, I'll probably get it. It was like that. Right? But Bani Parke, Bani Sunke, Simran Karke, Amrit Vila Karke, you started getting your intellect washed away from you. And you start becoming nicer and more humbler. And it's worked with me. So that's why I know Guru Sahib is telling the truth here. Everything is the truth. right? And when you've lived that life, you understand that life, right? I mean, my life, young childhood was not easy. My mom passed when I was only 11. When you need your mother's support, I didn't have that there, right? So it's difficult. And my dad was one of the most humblest guys you will come across. He hardly says anything to anybody, right? So I couldn't even go up to my dad to ask him things about the things I'm going through, that I'm getting bullied. I'll come home and my dad looks at me and says, Hanji, good. That was it. You can get beat up good. That's good. Right? So I had to go through tough times and even if I get beaten up from home, I have 4 other bigger brothers than me, and some of my brothers are really tough guys. They will tell me, why did you get beaten up? Right? I started learning boxing with my brothers. My brothers are older than me. And they never used to say, no, they used to hit me. Because in a real fight, you're going to have to get hit. You better learn how to take a punch. So it was like that. So he came with a lot of anger. So he washed away the evil intellect that was in me. Right? Through the Guru's teachings, he chants the Lord's name. He's understanding it, now he's trying to chant his name. I swear, if you listen to Sukhmani Sahib, the Sukhmani Sahib is such a beautiful part, right? And you listen to it like one Aspati, pause it and read it in English what Guru Sahib is saying, you will melt. Wow. We have no idea what's going on there. It's not about just reading. What message is going to get to me? Like, if you look on our WhatsApp, there every day we try to send the Hokanama. That Penji that's sending the Hokanama, she's my neighbor. And that Hokanama is from Darbar side. I hope you guys actually read it. If you can't read it in Punjabi, fine. At least read it in English. Right? Even today's Hokanama was such a beautiful meaning to it. That's why I keep saying, what a beautiful meaning. I always try to put one line in there, right? So that you guys can see that I've read it, and I put one line, look at what Guru Sahib's message is, right? These things is what changes it. The reason we listen to the Hokanama, the reason we listen to it, it's okay, don't worry, that's fine, don't worry. Just gonna pull all the plugs out for that, right? Right? The Hokanama is your daily message. What you're going to do next. That's what you listen to Hokanama for. That's Guru Sahib giving you a message. Right? And if you keep ignoring Guru Sahib's message, you're not going to improve. Right? Our whole life is to improve daily. Okay? Daily, right? So that's what Guru Sahib says. The true Guru cuts away the bonds of his Sikh. Asi janama di mail ki karte hain. This is not the first time me, you and me have come to this world. We've been coming to this world for years and years and years. Khabara kedi junna de abde bhogde aa rahe hain. Asi janama di mail ki karte hain. Sache Pasha cuts those bonds away to make you a proper Sikh. Or katadea, right? If you look at Chirasila June, there's 8.4 million different species in this world. Approximately 4.2 in the water, 4.2 on land. How many species do you think there are in this world? Different species, right? You've got the shark, you've got bacteria, you've got a banana skin, and then you've got fruit flies flying around everywhere. It gets made like this, you know. You've got this machar that's going to be coming out. Where are they? All this winter we had -20, there was no machar. Suddenly the weather gets good and machar come out from everywhere. When do these things develop? Don't they die? And how do they keep coming back? And I watched that program Earth. There's these creatures that take, I think, 21 years, I think it was 21 years or 23 years to be born. It gives them 21 to 23 years before they're finally born. And they'll fly around for 3 days, right? The birds will eat them. There's so many of them, this is in the Amazon, so many of them that people, all the other creatures around, get so full eating them that they can't eat anymore. And in 3 days they're gone. And then when they're born, 3 days they're all disappeared, they die. And then they do that again. So there's 8.4 million species, and we had to live everything 1 year. That's 84 million years, right? If you have to live every species just 1 year, right? 1 year donkey, 1 year cow, 1 year elephant, whatever, 1 year. That's 84 million years. But you and I know that every species lives a different lifespan. A human being at least 50, 60 years, a dog 13 years, I don't know, cats how many years, they live 10 years or whatever, right? So that's billions of years before you come back as a human being. So you guys after billions of years, including me, Apa Honja ke Janam Mea, right? Bande di June. And the Banda, or the Buri, is the only one that can understand what Guru Sahib is. Ohi part pasaron gaine na chokri mar ke behna nahi, bandar ne ta behna nahi, kutte ne ta behna nahi, right? Ohi a banda jada sam sadadi rubber to hang he, right? So now you've got this time. It's hire jaisa janam. This is like a pearl. A janam, jida janam milya na sanu. It's like finding a pearl in the middle of the ocean. Very rare. We can watch janam milya. Right? Let's not waste it. ये तो से सिख बन भी गए किसने शराब पी के किसने but I know a person I just found out at a coincidence. I've known him for many years. He just passed away in March, right? So शराब pin this and that, and he was almost about the same age as me. So I don't know how long I've got left to live, because I've seen people around me who are about the same age as me are slowly starting to disappear. So I know one day my time will come to disappear. But Jana naam japya hona hi thora, jindi bani pari unni thori, je aaj pari is history, kal pari is history, kalu ki padna hai. Let's think about what we're going to do tomorrow. Forget about what the past is gone. Je tusi pehlo ni na paat kita naam japya bani pari, it's gone. You can't change that. But at least what we got coming, enu da pa safal kariye a time Guru ke naam. Right? Because at the end of the day, when you die, ਉਹ ਜੰਮਨੇ ਲੈਣ ਆਉਣਾ ਜੰਮੂ ਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਪੁੱਛਣਾ ਤੂੰ ਕੀ ਚੰਗਾ ਕੀਤਾ ਤੇ ਕੀ ਬੁਰਾ ਕੀਤਾ ਤੇ ਚੰਗਾ ਕੀਤਾ ਉਹਦੇ ਫਲ ਮਿਲਾਂਗੇ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਮਿਲਾਂਗੇ ਜੇ ਬੁਰਾ ਕੀਤਾ ਭੁਗਤਣੀ ਪੈ ਰਹੇ right? So let's hope we're more good than bad. In fact, let's hope we're very good and not bad at all, right? So that's why we cut his bonds, right? The Sikh of the Guru abstains from evil deeds. ਉਹ ਮਾਰੇ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਦਾ ਨਹੀਂ, ਉਹਨੇ ਝੂਠ ਨਹੀਂ ਬੋਲਣਾ, ਉਹਨੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੂੰ ਠੱਗੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਮਾਰਨੀ, ਉਹਨੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਘਰ ਦੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਕਰਨੀ, ਉਹਨੇ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਪ੍ਰਸ਼ਾਦਾ ਛਕਾਉਣਾ, ਉਹਨੇ ਚੰਗੇ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਨੇ ਆ. We feed 75,000 to 100,000 people a day at the Darbar side, the Golden Temple. That's a lot of people getting fed every day. Can you imagine the langar that's been made? We showed a couple of videos before I went to India, right? Kadna langar banda, kadne prashade bande every day. That's just the Darbar Sahib. How about Kangala Sahib? How about Navaran Sahib? How about Mata Sundari the Gurdwara? How about Metiana Sahib? How about all the Gurdwaras here in Ontario? How about the Gurdwaras in Montreal? How about the Gurdwaras in New Zealand and Australia? So how many people are fed every single day around the world by the Sikh community? Imagine that. And all thanks to Guru Nanak Dev Ji who started this. Right? All Guru Kirpa because of him. This is what a human being should be, and we should not discriminate against anybody. What do our Punjabi do? Wow, that's how bad we are. We even think that's bad. And I have 4 daughters, and it's so lovely. Right? And I got one son, and they're absolutely brilliant. I have no difference in any of them. I feel they're all the same to me. Right? And it shouldn't be like that. There should be no discrimination like that. Why? Equal. Guru Nanak Dev came when it was the most worst time in this world, the most evil stage of this world when he came. Women were so badly discriminated. Even now you hear it, they get stoned to death. Because some rumor happened that lady did something wrong, they stoned her to death. Even there's no proof she did or not. Even till today that happens. Right? And that's so bad. Because from the woman, a king is born, Guru Sahib is born, a man is born, and yet she's discriminated so badly, which is a shame. It really is a shame, right? But Guru Sahib Kanda, the Sikh of the Guru, abstains from evil deeds. The true Guru gives his Sikh the wealth of the Naam. Jada Guru da Sikh changa banje na, he gives him the wealth of the Naam. And you, right now we listen to, okay, wealth of the Naam, that's it? I'm telling you guys have no idea what Naam is. That's it. We think that's all it is, it's not. It's bigger than that. If you really get focused on the Naam, then Hava de vich vi Naam sununga. Tunu Tarti de vich vi sari gunja vajan sunungiya. Tunu Darak de vich vi Rab di Naam sununga. Aaj sari Tarti Naam de turi fardi. Sara sansar Naam de ture farda. We just haven't grasped what that is. When Guru Sahib says wealth of Naam, we just think it's just Waheguru. We think it's just that. That's why we haven't gone beyond spiritually, because we think it's just that. But it's not. It's a lot more than that. Okay? Try to focus on it. The Sikh of the Guru is very, very fortunate. So you guys are very fortunate right now just to be born in the Sikh family. I should share a quick story. Right? And Kathana, I can't remember some Baba Katar Singh Baba Gurbachan Singh, I can't remember what the Katha was. Okale Punjab de board at Rakha, a huge tree. Punjab de, bada sara taraka. Uche nikke fruit lagde peड़, you know, like angura wage छोटे fruit lagde. Okale जिन्ना एक fruit लगे और दरख्त दे उत्ते, इन्नी थोड़ी कमाई होन चंगी, इन्नी थोड़ा नाम जप होए, पानी भरे होए, तो सच्चे पातशाह तुम सिक्खी दा जन्म दता. Then you're born in a Sikh family. If you've done that many good things, right? Then you're born in a Sikh family. Great. You're born in a Sikh family. Okay? But kale gale ch nahi mukdi. O kale fruit de vich bee bhi hege. So you got pips in those fruits. So there's thousands of pips on that tree. Thousands of it. Right? Just like the fruit. O kale enni thodi kamai hor hon. Change kaam kitte hon. Sache paatshah thanu amrit di daat bakhshde. Right? On tusi amar shakti. You become Amartal, right? So the Amrit daat milti hai. Takke तुझे और कमाई करनी. वो कंधे सच्चे पातशाह का एक ही मिनी गल मुक्ति. कंधे वो दरख्त तो पत्ते भी लगे हैं. It's got leaves on that tree. थोड़ी इन्नी कमाई होर होन. तुझे माता पिताजी दी, बीबी, बापूजी दी सेवा की होन. गुरसिखा दी सेवा की होन. लंगर दी सेवा की होन. गरीबां दी सेवा की होन. कोई बीबी बेचारी है, हाय बीबी मैं तुम्हें हेल्प करता हूँ. Right? थोड़ा दिल इतना भरिया होए प्यार दा कि तुम हर एक नूं हेल्प करन नूं तैयार. फिर तुसी गुरसिख दी लेवल मिल गई. इन्ने पत्तियां दी कमाई कीती फिर तुसी गुरसिखी लेवल ते पहुंचते हैं. We think that when we are about to die, जो बुढ़े हो गए ना खुदा का हर्षतां है. You've got a totally wrong mentality and wrong thinking. And I'll give you a simple example. If I'm 98 years old, and you, how old are you now? 17. If me and you had I'm 98, you're 17, we had a 100-meter run, who would win? Be honest, right? Don't be nice to me. You would, right?
Yeah.
Because you're younger and you're stronger. That's same with taking Amrit. When you're older, let's say 60, 70, you think, just for the sake of that, right? Tusi Simran kar nahi sakte. Your lung capacity is not that strong. That you're going to start at 60, 70 to try to do that. Yeah, you can put the effort, Guru will try to help you, we don't know, right? But it'll be more difficult for you. A younger person's got the energy, younger person can do seva faster, older person will do very good. The older person, he's got to get to the clean stage, it's going to take him time. The young person is really up to it, right? It's just like, that's why would they put you to school while you're young? Because your brain's stronger, it's faster, you can study harder, you can become a doctor, you can become an engineer, it's stronger. When you get older, like me, if you told me now I'm going to be 56 in July, you told me now that you need to study and become a real estate agent, I will not be able to study anymore. I'm beyond that, I can't study now, I'm not going to go through all those exam papers and everything, or try to go through another engineering. Why didn't you do your PhD now? 56, I don't know if I got that in me. Be difficult. Same, Bani Simran Kana, you need strength. Amrit Ultra, you need strength. You need your mind to start focusing as soon as possible, ASAP. Not when you're getting older and you think, now I'll do it. So taking Amrit is the first step of Sikhism. Amrit Shakde na, Guru Sahib has cleaned your slate. It's all clean slate. Right? That's the past now, it's gone. Now you got a new initiation into a new life. Now you're going forward as a Guru, the Khalsa, to become a Gurmat. Right? You're becoming a Sikh to a Gurmat. Not a Manmukh. Manmukh is the person who listens to mine. Manmukh is a Tori Kalla. Manmukh is a cigarette pita. Manmukh is a... I see people wearing Ekon rings and they're drinking. I'm thinking, wow. That's not what Sikhi is. Right? We're far beyond it. We come here, we grow our beard because we're getting married. And before you hit that party, you're going to cut it all off. You think that's what Sikhi is? No. Why are you That's not what it is. Right? That's not what Guru Sahib created. So let's not fool ourselves. Okay? So the Sikh of the Guru is very fortunate. The true Guru arranges this world and the next for a Sikh. Amrit piyo, sada chad jiyo. You take Amrit and you live forever. That's the other beauty of it. When you take Amrit, even if you die and your bhakti doesn't get to the level, Guru Sahib still protects you. He might give you instant life again to continue bhakti. That's up to him. But he also Juna ne chili par bhagwan hoga. Je Guru Sahib kirpa kare. Right? Juna to bhagwan nahi hoga. Juna, you wanna know Juna? I went for a really long walk this morning. So I thought I'd do my Nithanen, the Panjani side, Shabi Yared, and I tried to listen to Sikhi side. So I was going for a really long walk. And I couldn't believe how many worms were on that ground, on the path I'm walking. I'm trying to tiptoe through the worms and not stepping on them. Gurdwara, what a tough life. And you can hear the birds going, good. They got lots of food ahead of them, lots of food. Because that's what they feed on, right? And did you want a worm, did you malappa hega, they're going to eat it bit by bit, bit by bit. What a tough June. Take a June, they can okay June, malapati. And malapi kan na Punjabi, right? Would June they can okay Gurdwara kan they, right? What a okay June because it can't protect itself, right? Especially when it's raining, because it's coming on the path, it is easy for the birds to see where you are, right? So your prayers are just waiting there to eat you up, right? And then you got these little snails. People just have to step on them. And I see sometimes during the school time, all these kids are just stepping all over them, right? So it's like, it's a tough June, the snail's so slow, you can't even get out of the way, so you're going to step there. So that's what I'm saying. Be careful what we go through, right? O Nanak, with the fullness of his heart, the true Guru meant his Sikh. With the fullness of his heart. Dillo bhakti kata, dillo seva kata, dillo naam japa. Right? Onu will protect that. I'm going to go through one more. The selfless servant who lives in the Guru's household, jera Guru da pyara, Guru de paane charanda, wo the household de vich charanda. Right? Is to obey the Guru's commands with his mind. When the man mein saran kita, adi man de naal Guru no pyar karta. Right? So man mukh nahi ban raya, Guru mukh ban raya. Right? That's why Sache Paatshah ka naam Sikh nahi pyara. Because I don't love my Sikh. Because I don't. Vinodi Rani Vyani pyari hai. How he conducts his daily life. Kata amrit pilorta, naam japda, pani pata, seva kata, maaviyo di seva kata, har ek na changita bolda, kisi nu okha kaura nahi bolda, kala nahi kata, changa randa har ek dina. Those are his friends. He's got a really good attitude about him. Everybody likes him or her because she's got such a nice attitude. She acts as a good Sikh. That's what Guru Sahib says. I like his Rani Ben, how he conducts his daily life. He is not to call attention to himself in any way. How can I help other people? It's not about him. It's not, make a roti hegi, chal main gariban ko kalo dena, main to thoda bukha di feti ho gayi, main wo le langa, gariban ne utare ne to khilani. Right? So that's what it is. He is to meditate constantly within his heart on the name of the Lord. Didn't know. Right now I'm trying to do some binti chopi the part for a friend of mine who's got was diagnosed with cancer. So, I mean, I was traveling by plane and I knew that as much as I can do, it would be great, right, for that person. I have this app on my phone, so I was just doing steps. I did about 10,000 steps, 8 kilometers on the spot, standing in the air. Well, I was trying to do the Ethiopia part too. So I thought I'll work as well and started just sitting down for hours in the plane. So, so the whole idea is that, you see, Guru Sahib, that's it. How much is first? Like if I ask you, if anybody here can help do a little bit of Ethiopia part for our friend, maybe find a part a day, or find a part a week, right? Not many can do that because they say, so time busy. ਜਦੋਂ ਮੌਤ ਆਈ ਨਾ ਉਦੋਂ ਦੇਖਦੇ ਕਿ ਟਾਈਮ ਮਿਲਦਾ ਕਿ ਨਹੀਂ ਉਦੋਂ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਟਾਈਮ ਮਿਲ ਜਾਣਾ. You know tomorrow you're going to die, you watch how much part you'll do today. Right? So that's why you have to look at life every day that this is your last day. If you look at it that way, then you'll do more part, more similar, more non-stop. Right? Every day it's your last day. How do you know you're going to live another day? Onsaya, onsa gaya. Guru said enough. You don't know your next breath is coming out. You don't know. I know a person in Vancouver, age of 42, just passed away before I went to India. 42. That's it. My mom passed away when she was 44. She was Amritari, she was doing her part and everything. But who would thought at 44? That's a pretty young age. But then we had a girl. How old are you? Bete, how old are you? 12. So sorry, the girl that was older than her by 1 year, 13. She died of leukemia. She took come to this class. She said right in the front. She took Amrit and everything. She did martial arts and everything. Come to the Gurdwara, family and everything. In fact, she's the same age as my youngest daughter. So when I meet that family, they always say that because it kind of reminds them of their daughter would be that big now. Right? So, any idea? Anybody's got a clue how long you're going to live? I don't know clue how long I'm going to live. I might not make it till next Friday. I don't make it all today. We don't know. Is that up there? But their life will be done. Right? It's all indicator. Right? But we don't know. That humble servant's affairs are resolved. Sachi Pasha looks after their affairs. One who performs selfless service without thought of reward. ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਘਰ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਆ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਲੰਗਰ ਦੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਥੋੜਾ ਬਾਅਦ ਚ ਰੱਬ ਨੂੰ ਕੀ ਦੇਣਾ ਵਾ ਸੇਵਾ ਕੀਤੀ right you're doing a selfless service you're doing it out of your beautiful heart ਸੱਚੇ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਮੈਂ ਕਰਨੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਮੈਂ ਨਾ ਕਿੰਨਾ ਭਾਗਾਂ ਵਾਲਾ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਸੇਵਾ ਦਾ ਮੌਕਾ ਮਿਲ ਜਾਏ ਚੋਰੇ ਸਾਫ ਕਰਨ ਨੂੰ ਲੰਗਰ ਦੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਕਰਨ ਦੇਗ ਦੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਕਰਨ right I was so fortunate I actually went to Mata Sundari ਜਿੱਥੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਸੰਸਕਾਰ ਹੋਇਆ ਸੀਗਾ ਮਾਤਾ ਜੀ ਦਾ. So I really wanted to do the seva, so I thought I was going to do some seva there and whatever other seva I could do. So I felt, this is where Mata Sundari and Mata Sundari's movie is about to come out. We'll be so surprised and shocked what Mata Sundari did for our Khalsa. You'll watch it. I don't want to give too much away, just watch the movie, you'll understand. And we just think it's just Mataji, so oh my God, it's not more than that. Okay? Shall attain his Lord and Master, he himself grants his grace. O Nanak, that selfless servant lives the Guru's teachings. About all the fun is there. Sache Pasha jo kuch karna asi unu follow karange wo bhi successful. If we don't, then we're going to have a problem. Okay? Let me get out of this. I've got some nice videos today that I wanted to share. And I think I've done more than enough talking for now. So let's go straight there. Okay, let's look at this. This is selfless service, okay? Let's start from this one.
With record levels of rainfall came severe flooding. This is Hebden Bridge near Halifax in Yorkshire on Boxing Day, where almost 600 homes were damaged by the floods. This was Hebden Bridge yesterday. As the floodwater has subsided, things may look like they're getting back to normal, but some residents still can't access their homes, while others haven't got power to heat theirs or even cook. And help is coming from some unexpected places. I'm here in Bradford, 17 miles away at the Gurdwara, where a group of Sikh volunteers has spent the last week cooking up a heartfelt response to the crisis in Hebden Bridge. Ravi is the founder of Khalsa Aid, a humanitarian relief agency that's provided emergency aid around the world. And Hebden Bridge is the latest crisis zone to benefit from his charity's work.
For me personally, being a British Sikh, to serve Britain is the greatest honour, because as an international charity, we rely on the donations from the British public. So when a disaster happens, we should be the first one turning up.
Hi Colby, what's on the menu today?
Well, today we're cooking chickpeas and potato curry.
What sort of response have you had about the food?
They've asked for some more on a daily basis, so that's part of us saying that it is appreciated.
So Ravi, how many people will this feed?
This will be just over 100, and the other 300-400 will be done by the Coventry team. So it's a joint effort.
Great. This is the first dispatch off to Hebden Bridge. Off we go. So we head back to Hebden Bridge, one of the worst hit flood areas, and at the town hall, hungry locals tuck into Ravi's food.
Second to none. And I've spent plenty of money on getting food. Trying to have a meal. It's wonderful. It's the best food I've ever had. So these guys travelled so far, incredible.
It's really welcome at a time when people are really suffering. To get some hot, nutritious food, it makes you feel really supported and like somebody's taking care of you.
Okay, so that's actually a short video. Khalsa Aid is getting very, very popular everywhere. They've been helping out all over the world now. Okay, so it just shows you it's not about one Guru Sikh who starts it. It's the mantra that Guru Sahib ne tyaar karna hi hai na. So So Ravi was very fortunate. And Khalsa 8 started and off they went. Right? There's I should have downloaded that one. So there's a bus called Guru Nanak Langar bus. And homeless people stand up and line up, and they actually come in the bus, sit down, the langar ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਜਾਂਦਾ bus ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ, and ਚਾਹ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ. I actually put it on our WhatsApp, so some of you guys might have seen it, as I'll bring it up and show it to everybody again, right? And that Gurduara Sahib goes, I love Indian cha, right? And he goes, it's just amazing how these people always help us out. So that's the reputation Guru the Sikhs are, and that's what we're supposed to be, right? Apa harek di qadar karni hai, harek di. We're not going to look at Gora, Khala, Ipona. है तो रब वास्ता ना जोत रखी तातु जग में आया जो रब ने अपनी जोत पाती you came alive जो रब ने अपनी जोत काट ली you dead ashes to ashes dust to dust reap what you sow you pay for the wrong things you did you're rewarded for the good things you came. It's Friday, it's Thanksgiving Day, a lot of people might be going to bars and things like that, but you decided to come to Gurdwara. So you bhagwan wale sache paatshah ne manch paya di Gurdwara jana, right? And you guys came. मत्था टेके तो वोदा फल मिलिया तुझे लंगर छकिया तुझे वोदा फल मिलिया तुझे इतने आपको बच्चों क्लास कितने गुरु दे येदे फल मिले राइट फिर शायद तुझे कीर्तन सुन के वोदा फल मिलिया you have no idea तो कितनी जुना कितनी गई है just from coming here for 1 hour or 2 hours right कि जे तुझे दिलों होंगे ना दिलों गुरु साहब जरूर कराते हैं okay so you got to bear that in mind okay so let's look at this one This is actually a really nice video too. I love this Singh. He's such a nice guy. It's a shame he passed away at a young age.
The main message of Vaisakhi for a Sikh is to remember that time in 1699 that Guruji created the Khalsa. Now what is the Khalsa? When you look at a Sikh like myself, I stand out. If you put me in thousands of people over here, you still see me because I've got this turban, I've got this beard, I've got this special form to stand out. And that's meant to be the way we're supposed to look. We're meant to stand out from the crowd. Why do we want to stand out? Because we're here to protect people. See, since the beginning of time, there's good guys and there's bad guys. The thing is, how do you stop the bad guys? You always got people to stop the bad guys with the police. Now, if you were on the street and you got robbed by somebody, and then you look up and there's a bunch of people standing around you, and then across the road, there's a policeman, guaranteed 9% of people are going to call the policeman for help first. Because the policeman is distinctive. He stands out. And you think, you know what, he's bound to help me because he's a policeman. In the same way, Guru Gobind Singh Ji told us that the Sikhs should stand out and that we can help people. So the Sikhs were created this way to stand out, but the main mission was to help people. And the main ways you can help somebody is to feed them and to protect them. So you notice in every Sikh Gurdwara there's free food. And every Sikh out here who's a baptized member of the Khalsa is walking around and is armed. Because we're here to protect you guys. De Shiva Barmoe hai Shubh Karmante Kabhu na Taro. Oh Waheguru, oh God, give me this one gift. That I do not stop, I do not get scared and not do the right thing. The key thing is, doing the right thing takes courage. So he asked God for help, so that we can do the right thing. Waheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji ki Fateh.
Right, so we're here to protect. We're here to feed people. We're here to look after people. That's what we are. We have a hard time looking after our own family right now. It's awful. Even in India, it's awful. I think, honestly, there's more Sikhi outside of India than is actually inside India. Right? I mean, people that, I don't even listen to music and stuff, but people who tell me, even the Punjabi songs are now more gangster related, more this related, more that related. That's what Guru Sahib told us to be. What happened to our humbleness? What happened to that charitiness that we had in our heart, where we really wanted to take care of our parents, we really wanted to take care of our kids, right? Where did we lose it? I'll tell you where we lost it. We stopped listening to Guru Sahib's message. We stopped listening. We forgot what he said for us to do. ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਨਾ ਸੁਣਦੇ ਫਿਰ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਘਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਦੁੱਖ ਕਲੇਸ਼ ਇੰਨੇ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਆ because now Guru Sahib doesn't talk to you. This is what he ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ. He wants to look after people ਜਿਹੜੇ ਬਣ ਰਹੇ ਉਹਦੇ and get them to guide them further. ਜਦੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਦੇ ਸੁਣਦੇ ਤਾਂ ਸਾਡੇ ਘਰ 'ਚ ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਹੋਣੇ ਆ ਸੱਚੇ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਬਾਣੀ ਪੜੋ ਨਾਮ ਜਪੋ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਸੁਖ ਸ਼ਾਂਤੀ ਇੰਨੀ ਬਖਸ਼ਣੀ ਨਾ ਕਹਿਣ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਨਹੀਂ right and that's where we're losing out because we're not listening to what Guru Sahib is telling us to do and hopefully one day we will and that's not too late right so we don't want to get to that point either okay? So Pyare Satsang is very important how we conduct our daily life very very important okay let's go to the next one so that's it. These next two ones are really, really important, right? It's not just about the Khalsa. All of this actually is what we do, what it means to us, and what we should be doing, right? And it doesn't matter. Sache Pasha inna diyalua, he will help and protect anyone and anyone. Jiro de kole onda. Jaso de kole ona hi nahi, aso to mangana hi nahi. Sanu protection he me do yoto, right? So it's very important that we do that.
You want to become? That Khalsa is awake. That mind does not accept anybody but the one. And it says, Waheguru Ji ka Khalsa. That's the introduction. Because I'm a Khalsa of Waheguru. I don't belong to Maya. I don't work for Tesco's. I don't work for BA. I don't work for my boss. I work for Waheguru. I might have a noble job. But in reality, who I belong to is Waheguru. And the Khalsa then says, Waheguru Ji ki Fateh. Fateh means victory, right? Fateh is not mine. Sikhi is about giving yourself to the Guru. When Guru goes to ask for 5 heads, they didn't say, I'm going to give you a head, I'm going to make you Amrit. They said, who is prepared to die? This was the aim of the Khalsa. Waheguru Ji ki Fateh. If you're working for Waheguru's Fateh, then you better go and do it. You can't say to your boss, now imagine you work for Tesco's and you walk around all day wearing a Sainsbury's t-shirt. Will they allow you to do that? So why don't you come to work with a Sainsbury's t-shirt on if you work for Tesco's? No, why not? They'll say you've got to promote our things if you're working here. Now we come to our Guru and we say, Maharaj, this dadi, this pug, it means I'm working for you. Why do you keep it? But when we walk out these doors, we don't take the fateh to where it's needed. We keep it to ourselves. We're not trying to do Waheguru Ji ki fateh. Sanu hukum hoya hai ki tusi sare paase phail jao, tagde bachao, take control of power, become so powerful that wherever you are, there is no tyranny. So actually the question is, why are we not doing our job? I think part of the reason we're not doing our job, we don't know our job. So someone needs to come and remind you what your job was. That's why you're seeing across the world a riot in a Khalsa. Can you see it? Can you feel it across the world? More and more people taking holidays. More and more people become religious. You feel it in Canada, all these Sikhs got into parliament. Can you feel it in the air? There's a rise. It's time for the Khalsa Panth to rise up and show the world what it's really about. It's our time now to shine. Waheguru decided that the Khalsa has come upon earth. Before that, for the last 1600 years, it's not been the right kind of stuff. Satniya Pargat hoya. When Khalsa aa gaya hai, Satniya Pargat hi hona hai. We're going to make a world which is unlike anything seen before. That's what our hukum is from Waheguru. To make a completely different kind of world. Hovega. And you know what? Maharaj is going to make it happen whether you like it or not. So when somebody goes to Guruji and they go, I'll give you my head. Where is that coming from? Is this Guru Gobind Singh Ji saying, give me your head? Or is it Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj? Guru Nanak Dev Ji, right? So if you want to play the love, the game of love with the Guru, Joto Prem Khelan Ka Chao. If you want to play that game now, you're going to have to play it with your head in the palm of your hand. There should be a desire inside you. One day, Maharaj, I'm going to be in your fudge. I'm going to be your Sikh. You can look at me and smile. And you can say, I'm Mera. I'm yours and you are mine. That's what I'm going to say to our Guru. I'm yours and you are mine. When you get that feeling, you can give yourself to your Guru and go ahead and give yourself to your Guru. Don't be scared. Serve your mind to him.
It's amazing how this guy explains these things. I'm really, it's he's such a good Sikh. He just passed away recently. He was sick at a pretty young age. But the things he accomplished in his short age and the way he motivated people is just, you can't even explain in words. But that's what Sikhi is. That's what it is. Right? Naam Japa, Avraha Naam Japawa. Oranami Japaiye Guru Ban. First, we took the example that, wow, this actually works. It's actually brilliant. I've got to tell more people about it. And that's exactly what he's going through, and exactly what we went through. And we don't want to see you guys fail. We don't want to fail, we don't want to see anybody else's fail. Hey, I have got kids, I've got family as well. Why do I need to come here every Friday and talk to you guys? What do I care about your kids? What do I care about your kids? What do I care about Bibi, Bapa, Dipa, just sitting here? We do care that the Guru Jodha Kodaveta Vastiya. We want to see your kids strive. We want to see you parents strive, right? And if you really want to strive well in this world, listen to what Guru Sahib is telling us and follow his message. Look at the way he explained it. I can never explain like that. That's phenomenal. Right? In this short lifespan, look what he did. He used to go and talk to people in malls and everything. So what do you think about Sikhs? What do you think? How can we do? One time this Islamic community people started challenging him, questioning him. He very humbly put them in their spot. Right? Guru de Pyar and Oli Prem now. Right? Listen to this one. This one's really, really touching. Right? That's why I thought the Sakhi just passed by. I was very fortunate to be in India when the Sakhi was there. The Gurdwaras were packed and everything. The first time I ever witnessed the Sakhi in India, actually. So it was just something really good. So just people just think of the Sakhi, then let's go Gurdwara. It's not more than that to it. In 1699, such a part of Panjasaram, right? I had a really nice video that I was going to show. It's a bit too long, about 20 minutes. Actually, the kids would have loved it. It's a cartoon about Guru Gobind Singh the day he asked for 5 Panjasisle. The Jado Panjasisle, na, Pella Kono Tiasi by Dea Singh. Hello, Guru Sahib, Dea and Dea Taram Devich. Dea. I just was on short man, a Punjabi man, about the Kukatna, Irka da Bolde, about Khandaya man. See that? Because I'm a sort of big man. About that to river there. That's not Guru Sahib quickly. Humbleness. Right? We have a kirpan, yeah, but we use it when it's last course of action. Every good Sikh should know martial arts and be able to protect. It's our duty to protect, not run. It's our duty to protect. Doesn't matter there's 4 or 5 of them. Right? But if we know martial arts and we know how to protect and we're defensive, then we can do it. Just right? That's what we forget. What Khalsa is. You want to know what Khalsa is? Watch this. Amazing. And I sent this to you guys too.
What image do you have in your head? A warrior, Gesh, Kirpan, the Malla. Did the Gurus imagine that there was more to the character of a Khalsa? Guru Gobind Singh Ji describes who a Khalsa is. Khalsa soe jo ninda tyage. The Khalsa does not criticize anyone else. Khalsa is one who helps the needy, one who gets rid of arrogance. Khalsa soe jo panch ko mare. Khalsa is fighting an internal battle with their inner demons. Your lust, your anger, your pride, greed, attachments. Jin mil mare panch surbir aisa kaun bani. Show me that warrior that has defeated those 5 warriors. The whole purpose of wearing these external forms is to change the way we think. To change our understanding of ourselves, our understanding of the world around us, change how we interact with the world. The Khalsa was never to give you a new identity, it was to give you a new understanding. Guru Gobind Singh Ji says, Purana Jyot Jagay Ghat Main Tab Khalis Tahe Na Khalis Jat. One becomes pure only when he realizes the complete light within them. A Khalsa who doesn't know their light, they are na Khalsa.
Did you hear that? She's actually saying, listen to Babaji. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Yeah, I said, listen to Babaji. Yeah. I'm just going to rewind that. There's a light inside us, right? There's a light inside us that we don't know it's there. Right? In it Jukana, it's Jodha Jukania. ये सिमरन दे नाल जग जानी है, ये खुल भी जानी है। एक बारी खुल जे ना इन्हें कदे उतरना नहीं। जिहड़ा हुण शराब पींदे ना लोग, शराब जदों पींदा बंदा उहनूं नशा चढ़दा, फिर दूजे दिन उहनूं सिर दुखदा, पर नशा उतर जांदा। गुरु दा रंग चढ़ जे ना इन्हें उतरना नहीं कदे, इन्हें चिरे ही रहना। गल चुराउंदी है, right? So just listen to that part a little bit again. We're almost done anyway.
They are not the real Khalsa. Sometimes people ask the question, why do I need the Amrit? If the whole spiritual journey is internal, then what is the need for the external? We have to understand, when you take Amrit, you haven't become Khalsa who doesn't know their light. They are complete light within them.
This is the part one which is sure.
He realizes the complete light within them. A Khalsa who doesn't know their light, they are na Khalsa. They are not the real Khalsa. Sometimes people ask the question, why do I need the Amrit? If the whole spiritual journey is internal, then what is the need for the external? We have to understand, when you take Amrit, you haven't become a Khalsa. There is an Amrit inside you, and in order to be an Amritari, you must find that Amrit. The external Amrit is helping you to find the internal Amrit. The appearance of the Khalsa from the outside is a reflection of the Amrit that you found on the inside. Is this the Khalsa that we have been talking about? Is this the kind of vichar that happens when everyone says, Guru Ale Bano Amrit Chako? Most people think taking Amrit is the destination. No. Taking Amrit is the initiation. The Khalsa is very relevant today. The Khalsa is much more than what we think it is, and if we adopt these characteristics, then the Khalsa is a person that the whole world needs right now. The world needs this kind of Khalsa. Otherwise, if we don't know how to be this person, how can we really say that we are living to serve humanity? When you yourself haven't served that inner light, then how are you going to be a beacon of light for the rest of the world? The fact that you look distinct as a Khalsa means that you are distinct in mind. You represent a different way of living. When the world looks at you, they shouldn't be afraid. They should look at you as a shining example of what a human being can be. Pure of mind, ready to fight, ready to stand up for what's right. So the Sakhi is coming up. Think about your role in life. Think about your spiritual journey. Consider, are you ready to join this school? Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
So it's a school that you want to join. It's not at the end of your life that you're going to join it. It's while you're still young, you need to join it. Okay? I've honestly never, ever forced anybody to take Amrit. Never. But the more I've gone into understanding what Guru Sahib's play is, the more I tell you guys, don't waste your time. You don't know this will be tomorrow. I always keep hearing people say, Uncle, when I'm ready, I'll take it. What's being ready? How are you going to become ready to take it? What are you going to do special? Oh, I'll learn how to do my part. But if you take Amrit, you're going to commit to be a part anyway. Right? So stop saying when you're ready. That time's never going to come. You're never going to be ready. You've got to make your mind up now, not when it's too late. You just got to make your mind up. So you know what? And then you watch. I'm telling you, when you guys sometimes listen to Kirtan, I mean not you guys, I mean us guys, when we listen to Kirtan, there's times when we listen to Shabad and you just get this cold feeling going through you. It's like a spark. You say, whoa, I really enjoyed that part. Right? It can't be bad. ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਅਮਰਤ ਨਹੀਂ ਨਾ ਛਕਿਆ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉਹ ਠੰਡ ਨੂੰ ਫੜ ਕੇ ਰੱਖ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਕਦੇ. You can't continue feeling that. It's just a split second. Guru Sahib just gave you a taste of what Guru Sahib's Bani and Kate and Naam is. But ਜੇ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਅਮਰਤ ਛਕਿਆ ਹੋਇਆ ਨਾ ਤਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਨਿਤਨੇਮ ਕਰਦੇ ਹੋ, ਬਾਣੀ ਪੜ੍ਹਦੇ ਹੋ, ਸੇਵਨ. You take that spark and you continue it for a long period of time inside you. That's the difference. Because the Guru de bani hai. You're not just getting a temporary feel. You're getting a proper feel that you understand that the light that he's talking about, Thodi Jod, is now expanding inside you. You're becoming a Jedi, right? That's what Khalsa is. Okay? I just got this last one, and then we'll call it. I don't know what the time is. Okay, cool. We've got 5 minutes. It's perfect, right? So, like I said, that good Sikh is so good. Just watch this. You young guys will really like this as well. Okay? It's for all of us.
Dixie said, "Ik Omkar, there is only one Waheguru for the whole world." And Guru Angad Dev Ji made Gurmukhi alphabet Pura Era. Guru Amardas Ji started langar for everybody, roti and dal. Guru Ramdas Ji then loads of seva, and he dug Sarovar for Darbar Sahib. Guru Arjan Dev Ji opened the ground for the first time in Darbar Sahib. Guru Hargobind Ji carried 2 swords, Miri and Piri. Rai Ji had clinics for poor people and animals. Guru Harkishan Ji took care of sick people in Delhi and gave them water. Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji did Simran and Path for many, many years. Guru Gobind Singh Ji gave us the Jukara. And Guru Khalsa put their hands together and say, Waheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji ki Fateh. So now let's sing this song one more time all the way through.
It's actually about 2 miles from where I used to live when I lived in England. I'm from Khalsa, just across the bridge from each other. The teacher, the Gauri that's actually doing she's actually a teacher at that school. Okay, so why is it that Gauri and Kali are really falling in love with Sikhi? Because that's what humanity is all about, doing the right thing. Right? Our Punjabi are actually walking away. Other communities are actually walking back in. Right? What's wrong with that picture? Right? We don't love our Guru anymore. Right? We don't feel for all those beloved Guru Sikhs that gave their lives for us to have the kind of life we have now. Do you know if the Guru, the Sikhs, had not been in India to protect India, India would be looking a lot different today? As much as this Hinduism is there and Islam is there, India will be a lot different today. I went to see the movie Kesari, and I hope a lot of you guys have seen it. If you haven't, do go watch it, right? It's brilliant. The fighting scenes are just like Braveheart and whatnot. Really good. After I watched that movie, people were so nice to Sikhs in India because people didn't realize 21 Sikhs fought against 10,000 Afghanistanis. And boy, did they give their lives for it. Right? It's just really overwhelming. I was looking at critics, what people said about the movie. People said, wow, such a Sadarani, the boat, look how nice they are, look at the dude. The people, look at them, they feed about 100,000 people at Darbar Sahib, at Harmeet Sahib daily. So I was just telling that to the beloved Sikhs that's sitting in front of me before everybody else came. We're feeding about 100,000 people every single day at Darbar Sahib, at Harmeet Sahib. Okay? There's an exhibition going on at the Bramley City Center. They made a replica of the whole Darbar Sahib, from the Golden Temple to the whole Parkarma and everything. If you haven't been there, at least go to that. Okay? I'll post it on our WhatsApp app as well. If you're not on our WhatsApp app, please give me your phone number and we'll put you on. Right? And on that, it actually shows you, and I've actually got a video clip that actually posted it on there, so you can have a look at it, because they did it. I can't remember which news people who did it, but they took a whole video of that there and they put it on TV. So wow, just look at this. So if you haven't had time to go to the bar side, at least have time because they brought it to you. You actually feel like you're walking the Parkarma, you're actually walking, and you can actually see the fishes in the water and everything. It's brilliant. So they're feeding about 100,000 people a day, every day. And I showed you videos of it before I went to India, because they were the patille every day. Look at those sevadars that do that seva every day. Every single day. That's just the Darbar side. What about Bangla side? What about Gurdwara side? What about Mithiana side? What about Sikhism side? What about the Gurdwaras in New Zealand, in Australia, in Canada, right? How many people do you think are being fed a day by the Sikh community? Think about that, right? That's what we're part of. So why are we walking away from that? That's what Guru Sahib gave us, and that's what He's created. We have a hard time sitting here for 1 hour. We have Singhs over there that are probably waking up now because of the Amritula over India, and they're trying to get ready to make big patilya di dala. Imagine, right? Just turning that, you need strong muscles to make that kind of dal. Right? Gurus love dal. They love India cha and dal. Right? But look at the impression that makes on us when more people promote that. Right? It's our fault we haven't promoted enough what Guru Sahib has given us. So there's this Garibandi family right next to the hotel that I was staying at. Okay? She had about 4 or 5 boys with her. The poor lady was, like, nutrition-wise, those kids were really, really weak. Very weak. One of the boys was not even properly normal. Understanding the same. So every time I was going by, I would go and get fruit or something, and give them some money, and I go, right? And I met them almost literally every day. And that's really changed me more because I didn't realize the amount of food we have. So I was doing seva at the Gurdwara today, at the Singh Gurdwara, and there's a wedding going on. This family came. She threw like 3 samosas and 2 barfians in the garbage. I wasn't going to say anything, but I'm thinking, you see, we live in Canada, we don't realize that some of the khana is there, but we throw food away. You have your langar, eat what you can, but try not to throw it away. Right? You don't realize there's people out there who don't have roti. Right? You don't have food. But we misuse it. So let's be humble and think, there might be people coming after right? So think about that. I saw so many Garib people sleeping at night time. You got Nike, Reeboks, you got lovely pants and shirts and cars to go in BMWs and Mercedes. You have a house, a massive house on your roof. But you still take it for granted. We took a rat no sound to the part in the fundamental. See, Namini Cheteka, after Gri Okaneka Rabanu Cheteka, Modena, Vaiguji, Thora Dedo, Vaiguji. So, little boy, 1.5 years old, he only had a little pants on. He's waiting at McDonald's for ice cream cone. He's thinking that, there's people in line up eating ice cream and someone might give him one. Someone go get him an ice cream. Right? And you don't realize what you guys have. Right? That's why Gurudev Vandana bahut zaruri hai, Guru ki seva karni uto jyada zaruri hai. Right? And that's where we define ourselves different. That's why Guru said is that when a Sikh does something wrong, people notice it. You're not doing the right thing. But when he does a lot of good, people realize that how Guru does Khalsa. And that's what we want to do. Alright, Bhai, until next week. I'll be here next week as well. So let's get everybody back again. And I'm glad for Harmeet Singh who's been helping out in the meantime. And I was only supposed to go for 2 weeks, honestly, and it's just that I had to end up staying there for a month. It was a long month. I couldn't wait to get back. And every day when it was Friday, I was looking on class right? We were actually going to cancel today's class because Good Friday, let's give the Sangha the break. But I told Harmeet, no, don't cancel it. Let's just do it. Doesn't matter. That's why I wanted this to be a special program, right? Based on Khalsa, based on what a Sikh should be. Right? Listen to that Aspadi. I think it's the 17th Aspadi, the Guru the Sikh Dana Hona Chahiye. Just follow what Guru Sahib saying in that message, and you'll do well in life. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa.